forward.
Hold it.
Okay, right, so going for stamp for pre-starts. We've already moved it to a safe place for us to start anyway. My helmet's done up and harness is done up as yours also.
I'm secure.
And my brake, my foot's covering the brake. I've got one glove on now. Throttle is closed here, choke is on, fuel is on, and we have sufficient for the task of what we're going to be doing. Magneto's on. 1, 2, finger over it, and without deafening you. Clear prop! Wasn't worse than deafening the guy behind you.
So a little bit of throttle.
And choke off. Okay, we've got manoeuvring temperatures at the moment, so that's good. So I'm going to chart my pre-takeoff checks, your flap. So I'm going to go controls, full and free. And around the box.
That's it. Now imagine you were coming into land. Where would you want this aircraft to be?
I want to be about here.
As far away from that runway as possible.
Okay, so glove on. That's going to stick with me for the rest of my life now, you know that?
Good.
You bugger.
It works.
Okay, so pre-depart check, so T-wave, so trimmer is set for takeoff. So, okay, are you happy?
I'm happy, I'm good to go.
Okay, I'm good to go. Right, let's start phase 1. Final check just to make sure. So now I can stop if I need to. Okay, lining up. Still rolling, keeping the bar in. I'm happy, I'm going to continue, keeping straight, flying full power, keeping the bar in, we've got 50 miles an hour, coming forward with the bar, keeping that nose down, accelerating, keeping straight down the runway, and turning crosswind. Joining on the downwind leg. Yes, that's right. Okay, so downwind checks. Fuel is on and turning final now.
So this time, look where you would like to enter the glide from.
Yeah. Well, about now.
Yeah, maybe a bit too late.
Yeah.
We'll work on it the next time around.
Power sliding from climbing.
Good call. That was early as well, well done.
I just felt that thermal in that turn.
Yeah.
I'm secure in the front, downwind checks complete.
So this time we're going to bring it down. We're going to the glide where we think we're going to make that runway.
Yeah.
We're going to do that positively, bar back off the power. And as we come in, airspeed, centre line, 500 foot, are we going to make the airfield?
Yeah.
200 feet, are we in a position to land? And that's what I want to work with you just on this particular.
Yeah. So we're not going to land.
If we get close enough and we get wheels on the ground, then
okay, right.
I'm not going to stop that from happening.
I'm going to turn now.
We both know you know how to land a plane.
Yeah.
And if it's looking good, it'll be daft not to let that continue. But all I'm interested in is from here down to 200 feet.
Yeah.
So eyes on that runway. Start judging your glide.
Okay. I'm just under 800 feet. I'm going to turn final now.
Let's fire a shot across the bow, yeah? The stone into the box.
Yeah.
When you're ready, we'll into the glide. So
I've already messed it up, but
it's okay. So bar back, get your airspeed, and then off the power. I'd say all the way off the power.
All the way off?
Yeah, off the power. There we go. Keep that bar in.
Yeah.
Airspeed, centre line.
Slightly left of centre line, so correcting right.
Airspeed, centre line. Airspeed, centre line.
Airspeed 65.
Airspeed, centre line. 500 feet, what do you think?
We'll make it.
Speed centre line.
Yeah, 65, just 63.
Speed centre line.
Coming left into correct right.
Speed centre line.
Yeah. Speed centre line.
200 feet, yes or no?
Yes, we'll make it.
Okay, let's continue on. Speed centre line. Looking long now, all the way down to the end of the runway. Keep that bar pressure in. Looking long now, looking long. Bring the nose up, bring the nose up. Hold, hold. Okay, full power go around. Build the airspeed and rotate.
And come back in, still got full power, still keeping wings level, climbing away. Yeah, I was slightly left of centre line there.
Cool, that's what we're working on. First shots across the bow go, it was alright.
Yeah.
I thought we were maybe a little bit on the high side.
Yeah.
And that encourages you to pull more back on the bar to increase the descent rate.
Yeah.
The downside with that is that we're at we're a higher angle of attack.
Yeah.
Which means we've got more to do when it comes to the round out and hold off phase.
Yeah.
So this time we'll start the glide a little bit sooner.
Yeah.
Okay, now start to relax. Make sure you're at hands off trim. That's the one mistake a lot of people make. They build so much tension into their arms that they're already way out of balance before they get there.
Yeah.
Be nice and relaxed. Just concentrate on your altitude and your position.
Yeah.
If you're at hands off trim, you're flying at the speed you want.
Yeah. On the runway, so pulling the bar in, getting my airspeed, and coming off the power for glide approach. So
speed centre line. Speed centre line.
slightly right of centre line, slightly left of centre line, sorry.
Speed centre line.
No, I need to put some power on.
Okay, 500 feet level off. Power and altitude. And re-enter the glide when you're ready.
Yeah. Bar in, coming off the power. Power to idle, airspeed centre line. I'm slightly left of centre line, correcting right. 65, airspeed.
200 feet, what do you think?
Oh, we can make it. I'm going to continue.
You're looking long then, looking long, looking long. Bring the nose up. Hold it off the ground, hold it there. Hello. And full power go around.
Keeping straight, holding the bar in. 50 mile an hour, bar is coming forward. Keeping the wings level and climbing away, keeping that nose down. Full power still.
Looking left, looking right. My bank angle.
Feeding it round.
Okay, I'm on the downwind. Feels good. Air feels busy. Wind is the same. Nose wheel is straight. Throttle. We're in the thermal going up. Foot off the throttle, General. I wonder why we're going up. Thermal. Trim is set. I'm secure. You secure?
Yeah, I'm secure in the front.
Now let go of the bottom. Let go of the bottom.
I'm working hard, aren't I?
Yeah, tell you what, circuits are hard work on. 800 feet.
Okay, we're drifting left slightly. We're over that house now. I'm just following, just confirming.
Small positive inputs.
Yeah.
So I'm going, like now, I need to go right to centre. Yeah. Right again, centre. 500 feet, I'm in here, bring a little bit of speed on.
So you didn't bring it to 65 earlier then?
It depends what I was trying to bring myself down to 500 feet to what I know.
Okay.
I still think, have you got your foot on the power?
No.
That resonant thermal's taking us up.
Yeah.
Now we're going to hit 200 feet and we're going to be long. But it depends how long the runway is really. 200 feet, we're in here.
You're flying, confirming.
Looking long, looking long, looking long, looking long. Bring the nose up. Holding it, holding it. Okay, he's got 2 lines in, so we're ready when you are.
Okay, so bar is neutral. I'm going to get rolling. Rolling. I'm going to continue. Yep, I'm happy. Over the lump. Good power. Yeah, it's good. Airspeed's indicating. Holding the bar in. Full power. Holding the bar in. Bar coming forwards. Keeping that nose down. Speed increase. Okay, taking my airspace to the right. Nothing joining on crosswind. And feeding it around to the right. Okay. 800 feet, no wind joining on the downwind leg. Gently entering the downwind. Okay. Fuel we have sufficient for a go around if required. The area is cleared just over 800 feet and it's looking quite high there.
Okay, sort it out then. Bar back off the power, bring it down.
Yeah. So,
you can always level off. Speed center, relax, relax. Speed center line, feel that ball.
65. And I need to correct slightly right.
That's it, keep the bar in. Once the bar's set, you should be alright. Let the bubbles ride through, yeah?
Yeah. There's an vehicle crossing. Okay, just under my 500, I'm happy. No, I'm not. I'm going to level off.
Right. No, we're good there. Very good. Come in.
Yes, we're good.
200 feet.
Okay, looking long.
Looking long.
Okay, level. Gently coming forward with the bar.
Get us closer to the ground. That's it.
Feeding forward.
Hold us off. Hold us off. Don't let it touch. And full power go around.
Bar in, and the speed accelerate 50 miles an hour, bar coming forward.
Now I want to do an exercise with you, as this is going to be the last one.
Yep.
On an appreciation of glide.
Okay.
So go through your normal procedures, get all the downwind checks, and as soon as your arse goes past that windsock that's in the middle of the field,
yeah,
off the power, and we're going to land on the runway.
Okay. You secure in the back? I'm secure in the front as well. Yeah, got the
Eyes on the windsock. So keep it at 800 feet, don't let us drop.
We're at 800,
yeah, let's relax. As soon as your backside goes past that windsock, I want you to come off the power.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, power to idle.
So, just relax. It's not an engine failure, it's an appreciation of gliding. So we've got to go out in order to come back in. Turning too soon or be too high.
Yeah. So I don't think we're good. Oh well, if I carry on turning now, I'm going to make it.
Okay.
Okay, I need speed.
That's it, get your approach speed. That's it. A little bit faster, bring us to 65. Turn onto that runway. Start looking on.
Yep.
Keep that bar in. That's it.
I'm going to come in short.
No, you're not. Speed centre line. Speed centre line. Looking long. Looking long.
I'm coming forward.
Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Beautiful.
Nice. I like that. I like that. Was a really good exercise. That. Yes, it was going to be tight, but I do like circuits.
Good.
Is that sad?
No, not at all.
I'm going to turn in now. Are we going to the same spot?
Yeah, wing down and on a tie down. Good lesson?
I've been working far too hard on my flying.
You have.
And I go back to something that I was taught by Jim when I first learnt to fly Flexwing.
Yeah.
And he said, similar to you, take my hands off the bar. He said, you're just not needed.
Yeah.
And then I'd forgotten all that. I was trying to be procedural. I was trying to just regiment everything. And the bit of just relax just went out the window.
Yeah, I mean, I do that trick, technique, you know, a lot with a number of students, a number of times. You know, a lot of people really get worked up in the circuit, and so it is a common thing, and people do start rushing, and certainly when you're sitting in the back seat on the sort of observer level, because you've done how many hours with Terry now?
Yeah, 4 hours now.
Yeah, so me and Terry obviously talk, and I've been briefing Terry on what I wanted him to do with you on specific lessons, and he's gone and done those. You know, there was boxes we needed to tick in order for us to get your GST. You know, we've got to do those things. So I'm aware that me and you haven't done much flying since you first turned up, so you know, for me then to sit back as an observer role and going, right, okay, this is Giles, I've seen him land, I've watched him land with Terry, you know, and I've spoke to Terry and got his feedback. Let's see again now where you're at. You know, the first flight that me and you did was, right, okay, where are we with Giles? And now this for me was more of a, now where are we now with Giles? And I think, you know, I love the psychology of aviation. It's amazing. I think there was an element of I've got to impress Mark. I mean, why? But you know, I think there was that you were a little bit more nervous than you should have been.
Yeah, probably.
Because why do you need to impress Mark? You know, I mean, we're mates. You know, it should be exactly like a normal flight. You don't get nervous when you fly with one of your other friends. But I think you were quite keen on proving to me that you'd learnt so much more and you'd moved on. But what came apparent quite quickly, you could hear it in your voice, you know, that you weren't, you know, okay, we keep coming back to checklists, don't we? But you were doing the checklists, but it was like, how quickly can I get these done? And you were touch checking, which is great, and it was like, you can hear in your voice that you were just getting a little bit wound up. And then other things start happening, like, you know, we start cutting the circuit, not much, but just a little bit shorter, and what this is doing is amplifying the pressure on yourself, because now all of a sudden you've only just done a go around and you're back on final again. So what I wanted to do is a couple of times around with you and just let us get closer to the ground each time. And you know, for me, the first time round, I'm holding on to the bars a little bit, just acting like stabilizers, and each time I'm trusting you a little bit more closer to the ground. But what was happening was you were just getting ahead of yourself and just getting sort of wound up.
Yeah. That
the only way that we can sort of stop that is going to the other extreme. You know, and it's, you know, it's the cuddle flight, isn't it? It's right.
I don't know why I was grinning so much. I mean, a grown man cuddled me in an aircraft, but it was just like, I can't believe I'm being grappled.
Oh, I know you were beaming. I could see it was reflecting off the windscreen. But you know, in all seriousness, although that's an extreme demonstration, if you get the power right, and yeah, okay, we had a few bobbles. If you can be really, really, really relaxed in circuit, decisions are a lot easier to make. And if you can get the power set and you're not wavering too much, and you can lay off for the crosswind if there is any, I mean, you probably saw, you know, it's little finger touches is all you need. If you're that wound up that when you're on the downwind, you're already white knuckles fairground ride, you're pulling the airspeed on. You're pulling back on the bar because you're getting tighter and tighter, which is going to bring the nose down. You're going to bring more power. The aircraft is all over the place. You're now chasing your airspeed because that's one thing, and then you climb in, and before you even put yourself onto the approach or a glide, that the aircraft's not sure what you want to do. So you can't enter the glide positively. So you know you're already at the speed you should. So it just becomes a battle. So being able to go Right, we call it playing the piano. You know, you're still holding onto the bar, but your fingertips are, you know, are loose around it, and let the aircraft do the hard work. And like I say, I'm not saying for 1 minute do the entire circuit with your arms folded and just doing that, but you know, it needs to show the extreme of just how hard you were working in the circuit. And then, of course, demonstration. All of a sudden, now you're a big smiley face. Your second circuit was fantastic. The very, very next one was fantastic. And then when we did the glide appreciation, which again is another sort of training technique, how well does my aircraft glide, is always a good thing to know. That your landing on that one was a perfect greaser, wasn't it? I mean, we floated down the runway, there was no heavy, you know, my hands were off the bars, and it was all you just floating the aircraft down, and we had a really nice cushion landing. And you know, the conditions do change, and stonking crosswinds, you can't sort of fly that way. You need to be a bit more proactive than reactive, and you know, it doesn't always work, but if you have the confidence in your own ability when it's perfect, you know, when it comes to something that's awful, then you're not even then not so much at your capacity, and you can still make the right go around decision.
Cool. So this has definitely been one of those flights where I've learned a lot, and for me it's been about generating capacity. But we'll leave this video here, and until next time everybody, fly safe.